guys, today we're going to be doing sea trials in the JF-17. Right now I am at basically 33% fuel.
拉起，最低高度，
The carrier is moving at 30 knots. This is the Abraham Lincoln CVN-72 of the Supercarrier DLC. The reason I use the Supercarrier is because it's a little bit bigger. It's going to help me actually get this done. It's got a lot more space. So we're gonna try to slow down to at least 140 and try to fly the slope as low as possible. I'm going to try to fly it right above the wave off lights, either that or at the wave off lights. And I'm just going to try to maintain this as best as I can. Now, this will be a lot easier if there is some kind of headwind, but I want to make sure that you can kind of do this in most situations. So as we're coming around the deck, we're just going to deploy and then step right on the brakes, and hopefully we will stop right before. And there we go. That was a landing with your PL5's full gun ammo as well as 33% fuel remaining with no headwind. Alright, now we will go ahead and do a refuel and rearm. Notice there is a case where you cannot update your DTC on the carrier, especially I'm not sure if it's a carrier or a moving carrier, but definitely not a moving carrier. So we're going to refill our countermeasures, go with full fuel, and we will take one of our heavier loadouts, which is our anti-ship loadout with 2 anti-ship missiles, as well as 2 LD-10s, 2 SD-10s, and an 800-liter tank. And we will see if we can actually get off the carrier. Notice we are slightly over our maximum weight capacity as well.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
All right. We'll give it a little moment to fill up our tanks and rearm our armaments. Because we don't have the option to update our DTCs, we will have to input these armaments into our computer manually. But it's good that the JF does allow us to do that. And the way we do that is when we enter the SMS page, we go to load, and then we can go to the station. I'm going to put the 800-liter tank onto the center line. So I will go into type, enter fuel, and then put in the quantity as 01 because there's only one fuel. Yes. It's going to give us a warning because the fuel isn't here yet. Actually, right. Going to enter in my third station, which is going to be our missile. The missile is going to be 802, and we will have 1 of that. Same for the other side. Missile 802 01. And on our right side we will have our LD-10s, not sure, and 02, and no, that's right. Oh.
Rearming complete.
Yep. Well, looks like I put it on the wrong side, so we'll change that to SD-10s. Update that quantity 02. Now it's green. Go to station 6 and finish up. Type missiles. These are the LD-10s, and 2. And with that, our armaments are all good to go. And as you can see, we are slightly overweight. We have full fuel as well as extra fuel tanks, as well as 2 very heavy missiles, as well as seed and cap capabilities. Now we're just gonna go ahead and taxi to the end of the carrier, give us ourselves as much room as possible to take off. Put slight brakes on the left as we try to nose wheel steer and not run over the edge. Yeah, just barely make it. Nice. Alright, we're gonna run ourselves to the end and then take the whole length of the runway. I'm going to keep my flaps down to give me as much lift as possible. And we're going to turn at the very end. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can reach decent takeoff speeds even if you're not at the very end, but we kind of just want to give us as much chance as possible to actually make this actually work. Alright. And I hope we don't hit that. I don't think that was modeled. Oh well. With that, we'll run the engine up and open our afterburner. And we'll run up our speeds. And we can see we can barely take off.
最低高度，最低高度，最低高度。
Alright, gears are up, flaps are up. And just to demonstrate that with the manual with the manual entry, you can still fire your missiles. 1, 2. Alright. So the seed missiles work. Let's see if we can use the 802s. We'll go into LS. 1, 2. Those missiles will launch. And then we'll go to air. We'll go through standby for the SD-10s. 1, 2. And of course, the Fox 2s. 1, 2. And of course, we can also jettison our tank. And jettison. That concludes the full sea trial of the JF-17. As you can see, you can do a lot with the JF-17, including full operations of a carrier with weight that is over the regular operation limits in at least DCS. Thank you for watching.